Right, so from Kwabena Dubois to Chairman Wuntumi, Mr. Entry Bernard Boisiakon. Right now, Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta, the former finance minister of the NPP, and as the former finance minister of, the New Patriotic Party under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa. Right now, as you speak, Oni Krumha, but the OSP, that's the Office of Special Prosecutor, has issued an arrest warrant over him. It's an interesting story, but then I was saying between my updates, never be to me. I hire for the road. We are still on the road, and we are still doing it. What I say, we are still doing it. Say issue need to me drop. You say yeah. You make sure say be a better phone, be a bit me dia bro. That be a to me akoye. Me did the maestro GH in patch or subscribe. That be a intimate koye. So January 2025. And John Dramani Mahama swear in as president of the Republic of Ghana. Immediately swear in, one of the key things with me here and I so tackle was so with me eradicate the side of corruption. It free the system of Ghana. The system as a corruption now obaji 2 minutes free NPP not to waste about that. Obaji 2 minutes free the then former political party no more power. That's the New Patriotic Party. And Obaji 2 minutes edifrom. And at that time, Nipa na Oye, the finance minister, Edinburgh, the New Patriotic Party, that was then the previous government under Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor, was Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta. He was the then Minister of Finance. And he feels that there has been a lot of mismanagement within that particular sector. That's the finance ministry. There's been a lot of mismanagement in that particular sector. So quickly, Otimi writed at the command, the OSP department, that's the Office of the Special Prosecutor. So Otimi Shemu and the then former finance minister, Minister Kenneth Ofori Atta, no making sure say any mismanagement of finance resources beyond Papa Nitimi onfano embra abemu na intimate to nano se odifo se finance minister difo ye fa men court the enkudina. So on January 2025, my member timeline of this particular event na untimi ehu se right now OSP office let me issue an arrest warrant over Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta. But then my member timeline of this particular event na bibi intimi. So in January 2025, the OSP issued and has officially notified Mr. Ofori Atta that he was a suspect in 5 separate cases and asked him to appear in person on 10th February 2025. So Mr. Kisi Ejaben, only a special prosecutor for the New Patriotic Party, or not last time you elected, he wrote to Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta that he was a suspect in 5 different cases, so 5 different charges. And the special prosecutor, that's Mr. Kisi Ejaben, it's me at the ball. Mr. Ofori Atta on different cases, that's 5 different cases. Omra not on to turn on investigation on case or a criminal. On case of finding guilty, also Ombra no money investigation on February 10th, 2025. So Banomini investigation, that's it, the real investigation in Bekono, and we kwaya omode asemno ebefaso. But then on January 31st, 2025, that same month, on the last day of January 31st, 2025, Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta intimi appear physical to Mr. Kisi Ejaben or the OSP office. But then the lawyer, so I'm reading the second one for you. Also, his lawyers informed the OSP that he was abroad indefinitely for medical reasons and offered to represent him in his absence. It's in the lawyers at the command, the OSP, that's Mr. Kisi Ejaben. Omokachin say, I am Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta with 2 points with 10 kakra at the court abroad indefinite holidays or kakodi because of the health issues. It's me sorry during that particular last timeline in the office and in the tenure of Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor, a man SSR from that particular position or so to quite equa abroad or that's what quantum are all seeking for medical help or abroad. So that lawyer's normal Troy and will be in that particular presence on meeting me. I'm making sure that investigation be OSP person or investigate against Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta no omo pese omo gina na name no mo ye bibia e ma ne koye. But then February 5th 2025, the OSP, that's the Office of the Special Prosecutor, rejected the claim of indefinite absence and demanded a firm return date by 10th February 2025. Warning of all legal consequences for failure to comply. It also reminded that legal representative cannot respond to criminal charges on behalf of clients. So the OSP, Mr. Kisie Jabin, essentially rejected that particular claims and I say that application that the lawyers of Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta Edebedan OSP and say or no ontimi engine any lawyers no in the assembly and so ontimi investigation bia because so be sebi ye charge you be so be a criminal ontimi nkofo na accomplice emba say ombrambe investigation no there be just nipa na nkasa wo ho na that particular investigation no etimi ateki on so the beya o metimi ama investigation no akosumbo na bibi etimi akoye but then say me de wo ko wachi kakra biema in March 2025. So I'm giving you timeline of this particular event a leading to the sudden event say the OSP Mr. Kisie Jabin betimi a releasing warrant say yankwache Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta baby will be Interpol and Fanembra because I'm giving you. So on March 2025, Mr. Ofori Atta filed a lawsuit against the OSP and the special prosecutor seeking compensation for what he called an unlawful declaration of him as wanted and asked for the removal of related publication from the OSP social media. So integrity is very, very, very necessary. The integrity of a person is very, 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 very necessary. Now, March 2025, and Mr. Ofori Atta still no or according to Monyamba Ghana. Otmima, the lawyers offer a beautiful lawsuit against the OSP. I'm saying a beautiful one because of say this time around he wanted to fight for his integrity as the former finance minister of Ghana. He's not a criminal. He made a point blank say he is not a criminal and then he was just the minister of finance. If you think say some mismanagement during his time in office, just relax, wait for him no umbra back. Any investigation be a person owning an ekobiano, he will try as much as possible say or no able to me accord that particular event. So or throw at the command the office of the special prosecutor say omu any din free omu website and any other publication be on social media say ono a criminal na omu declare the wanted no omu ni din free any of these publication on social media because social media it's me quetry. And then in March 2028 after say Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta throw that particular thing at the command the office of the special prosecutor March 28 2025 Osanso Yadi was say the Human Rights Court heard an interim application from Mr. Ofori Atta asking that the OSP be barred from declaring him wanted again. We all know the Human Rights Commission in Ghana. When we talk about rights, we need rights. Yes. So we have an association of making sure that the human right in our country is being protected. And we have the Human Rights Court over here in Ghana. So the lawyers of, Kenneth Ofori Atta, SCK, and that's what they call the Human Rights Court, and Wakra, SCK said, Nyamana, the office of the special prosecutor, and Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta and I say in a way say almost not a papa no fan who use too much because papa no want quantum but the kind of red light and the kind of Interpol any other things they also abrocheno it is actually making him become a criminal outside until o making sure say omo the assembly Human Rights Court no mbukwa ko siki for application no me declare ediama OSP say this time around Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta no he is not criminal. He is not criminal. Now I'm giving you that last precedent and then number the F1 analysis 8 minutes abro. So June 2nd 2025 any date saying Third. Now, June 2nd, 2025, there was this particular statement from the OSP. And then I'm going to read it for you. Now, Mr. Ofori Atta is expected to report in person to the OSP headquarters. So, Mr. Ofori Atta, the timeline, I said the headline of this particular statement is that Mr. Ofori Atta is expected to report in person to the OSP headquarters. Now, some kind of next sequence, the OSP has stated that if he fails to appear, his name will be added. His name will be added back to the list of wanted persons, and he will again be declared a fugitive from justice. Charlie, I know them. So I think that it was yesterday, and at the office of the special prosecutor, that's Mr. Kise Jabin, and making a press conference, meeting with the press, and making it clear, said was stating, and then he has given a good time for Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta to come to Ghana and make sure say that investigative processes will start. But it seems that Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta ain't been making himself available to the office of the special prosecutor, and he feels that it's a bad thing to him because no any invite several investigation, but it seems that Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta had failed woefully to appear in physical, so that particular investigation. So there's it. Now, Osanso to also say Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta into Miamba. Or better so adding into the list of wanted people or more abroad, and then making sure Interpol will bring him to the country by force. So knowing to Miamba, Interpol will bring him to the country. Now the last one says that the OSP declares Ken Ofori Atta wanted and issued Interpol red notice. Yes. Now what I want to say is that we have a particular constitution, and our constitution says that we have mutual legal assistance, and it's a framework where countries cooperate. Yes, we have mutual legal assistance. That is a particular legal framework where foreign countries, and I said countries cooperate. As to say, you bet me a criminal be with Johnny Ababexna or Krum, it naba or mine, and I say bet me naba Krona or more ages ever say for criminal and Brano. They call it the mutual legal assistance. Now, I think that particular mutual legal assistance in our constitution and at the OSP, it may enacted that particular law now. Or the actual at the Interpol, or more US or Mufa, Papa, your friend said, Mr. Kenneth Ofori Atta and Fambra. But then we have also another law which challenged these kind of things because of say, in our law, no, we have what we call we have what we call the Electronic Legal Act. Yes. The Electronic Legal Act. It could be say the panel fine with Johnny ube issue Interpol ediamano ewa broche depending with Johnny, but then there can be some sort of communication which can be in the form of video. It's nipan waiting that kind of interaction on video base. Depending how, but the video, the kind of communication between any communicate, it could be in the process of video, and I said it could be in the process of phone call. And that investigation will start right away. Also, there can be a witness. Listen to this particular story very well. There can be a witness, and it has been enshrined in our constitution by the Electronic Legal Act. There can be a witness to that particular criminal now. So the witness can be in the presence of that particular criminal, or making me facilitating that investigation. That investigation it may go on smoothly. So it's not necessarily say the pakrono wa brochira obetime issue Interpol red light near the number. No, sometimes he is an honorable member and he needs to protect his integrity. And these are some of the things that Ono can Ofori Atta and making sure say he can also have this way, his way in using this particular law, the Electronic Legal Act and the Mutual Legal Act framework can easily work for these particular two parties. You hear saying the same will be to me, Mr. Ken Ofori Atta. So feel say can we dibia appear before the OSP and let's find a good solution to this. But for now, I here for the road you may know Igusua air course. So subscribe, mommy, begin at the Big Brother GH the Maestro.